I'm so grateful you took me on.
That's the least we could do, Miss Reynolds.
Sorry. Hi.
I was just telling Dr. Troy how you've all been so amazing in the work you've done on the victims.
Oh, well, it feels good to help others.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. After I gave my statement to the police, I picked up the phone and I called Stand Up. You know the victims' rights group? You've heard of them?
Of course.
They do such good work. Anyway, a lady came right over and she stayed with me all night. She herself had been brutally stabbed by her husband 16 times, so she knew how to relate to me. She told me this quote: "Victims are but little lower than the angels." She was saying we don't need to be destroyed souls, that God has chosen us, given us an opportunity to come back stronger, more compassionate than ever before. I think this attack may have been the miracle I've been looking for all my life. It gave me purpose. After you fix me, I'm gonna take the training program and dedicate my life to helping other people.
A word of advice, Miss Reynolds. Don't quit your job before you've landed back on planet Earth.
I'm sorry. Have I offended you, Dr. Troy?
No, I'm just uncomfortable with all this transformational rhetoric. Feels like you're avoiding something.
I'm avoiding helplessness.
I'm afraid my colleague played hooky during the bedside manner course in med school. Ms. Reynolds, shall we move on to the surgery?
Are you all right?
I don't think I can talk about it. Would you mind if we don't talk about it?
I'm sorry, I thought you said talking about it made you feel better.
It's just, when I start to talk about it, I feel really sick. I feel for your pain, you know? But I have to take care of myself. I'm about to go into surgery here. I can't get all emotional.
Of course.
Now, about my face. I wanted to ask you something about my nose. I've always hated it. Do you think you could make it prettier since I'm gonna be under anyway?
After everything you've been through, I'd say a rhinoplasty is the last thing you need.
What about my lips? Could we plump them up or something?
Count backwards from 10 for me, okay, Rhea?
10, 9, 8. You hate me. You've always hated me.
Excuse me, Miss Reynolds, why don't you please just tell us in your own words what you experienced during the surgery?
I was lying there, awake and completely paralyzed, while you two excised a wider margin of tissue. Does that sound familiar? I felt like you were tearing my face apart.
We'll check the stats with our anesthesiologist, confer with our lawyer, and get back to you.
This isn't going away because you wanted to, Doctor. You will be held accountable.
And what about your client? Braying to the media about wounds she inflicted on herself, mocking the pain of the real victims.
I was a victim here. I felt my surgery.
To do what you've done, you couldn't feel anything.
Christian.
I felt it.
The only thing you feel is the glare of the limelight you think will validate your own existence.
You said I used a grapefruit knife, but I didn't. I used a bread knife, and that pain was nothing compared to how I felt on your table. I couldn't take it anymore. Being invisible like a ghost. I couldn't stand walking into a bar one more time and sitting down and having no one even look at me. It's not like they think I'm ugly. It's like I'm just not there. That's what really hurts more than anything. So yeah, cutting my face did hurt. But it also felt so good later on this other level. People were so unbelievably kind to me when they thought I was a Carver victim. Except for you. Why would you want to make me suffer like that?